also Coach Osborne and all the things he's given to college football. And on his day, I would tell you, as a person that grew up watching college football, you know, it's a tremendous thing that he's done, and he'll be missing the college game, no doubt about that. So with that being said, I'll take any questions.
Tough day for Phillip against the defense he's kind of ready for him?
No, I don't think it has. We got, you know, I don't think it has a lot to do with the quarterback. We got beat at the line of scrimmage, period. Dominated at the line of scrimmage. So that's there. There's more than one individual and having a tough day, but we got dominated at the line of scrimmage.
Jerry, just feel a lot like Wisconsin in that regard, where just physically.
Yeah, I would say I would tell you that I said before. Before I believe last week I said I haven't seen Ohio State and those people, but I've certainly seen Wisconsin, Nebraska on film, and thought at this point in time they're playing as good as football as any teams in the Big Ten, and they proved that today. I mean, they very similar to what Wisconsin did, and certainly from a defensive standpoint, and we don't have any excuses. I mean, they just dominated us from a defensive standpoint. Our defense was asked to be on the field too much, and then Martinez did a great job of throwing the football around, and he's really worked on his game, and I'll compliment him. He really played well.
Is that just too much stress on your defense to be out?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's a team game, and you got to help each other out, and you can't go 3 and out and make your defense. Certainly gets a team that's averaging over 500 yards offense. I mean, it's a pretty tall task to ask them to do. So, we're up front in the offensive line. Kids are giving everything they got. We're just beat up a little bit right now, and it is what it is. So we just got to, I think we did everything we could. Fought hard, but at the end of the day, they just did a good job against us.
We talked about it earlier this week, but how much do you think surroundings played into today's loss?
I don't think any. Yeah. I really don't. I mean, Nebraska's got, let me tell you, they got great fans. You come off the field, they appreciate football, they love football. I mean, there's no question. It's a great environment to play in. I mean, it really is. And so I don't think if that did anything, it should help you get excited about playing. I just think that their defensive football team dominated us up front. And with that, on the other side of the ball is Martinez's execution and getting his team in the right plays and calling things at the line of scrimmage. You can tell he's an older quarterback that's been through the system. So I mean, you give them a compliment on the job they've done coaching, and their team's gotten better each week. I don't think there's any question about that.
Being in this situation, you think it's going to help your team when they go into the off season because they see where they have to get to physically?
Oh, I think so. I mean, I think that we certainly preach that, and I think that the nature of the physical of the game, we had a lot of guys that got hurt and banged up, and over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and that's part of playing a lot of young players. I looked out there today offensively at one time, and we had a true freshman quarterback, and I think 3 freshman wide receivers and a freshman running back. So I mean, we're just a young football team, and it's hard on those kids and those kind of things, but they're giving us everything we got. I mean, I can't say they're not busting their tail in. We wouldn't got this far, and we'll keep making improvements, and we'll keep working with them, and it takes some patience. But again, I'll give Nebraska, again, right now with the teams I've seen, I think that they're improving each week on a weekly basis, and they're an awful good football team.
Is there anything you can take away from the end of this game where obviously Marquise gave you a little bit more on offense, and maybe you could use him in the next game?
That's all at the end of the game, and I mean that's here or there what we'll do and those kind of things. We had Marquise's. We've had some things this week more than that, but there wasn't really an opportunity at the particular situations we were in at that time. So again, as he stays healthy, the more things we could do with him, that's a great thing. But he's just now getting back to where he's at. So we'll try to, right now we just have to regroup and see who we have healthy and keep working with our kids.